Hello everyone! I'm Buford MC, and welcome back to another adventure in GregTech New Horizons. So today, we're going to carry on with the processing of all the ores that we have. So last time we began the process by finally doubling the ores by using the multiblock steam grinder which we made last time, and I have been processing all those ores in that grinder, and I think they're all finished by now, so we're going to go take a look at that, and we're going to go on to the next step, which is to make the furnace, which is, I believe, a quest in multiblock gold. So let's take a look at that. This one right here, smelt all the things. So today we're going to be making the steam oven, which we need to get 8 of these blocks right here. It's actually not going to be that difficult to do, I don't think. So we'll see what happens. We'll get on that. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. I did see, I think we had a quest to turn in here. Yep, we did. This one right here. So I finally got these 8 hops, so this is a quest here we can now turn in. We get an enchanted IC2 crops loot bag. Interesting. Put that away in storage for later. Got some coins as well. Let's put those in there as well. So let's get right into it, and I'll show you what we've got over here. So I've redesigned the grinder area just a little bit. So we've got all of our main ores now over here. So before, we used to have them down in that area by the furnaces. Now they've been moved up here. So we've got a chest now full of all of our crushed ores, the chest with all of our impure dusts, and we have all of the actual raw ores in here. And basically what I can do is if I want to double one of these, if I want to put them through the grinder, I just come in here, I just grab it like this, and I just chuck it into that chest there, and off it goes. So that's kind of the way I'm designed this setup. Now you're probably wondering, where's the output? Where is the output? Well, the output has been moved, and it is now located in the underneath part here. So I've actually expanded this a bit. I went down by 1 block here just to give us a little bit more space because we're going to be doing some stuff down here today. So here's the outputs now, and take a look, by the way, at how much stuff we have in these chests. Look at all of this right here. Look at all of this right here. Everything in these chests. Now, I had to process some of them further. For example, this is impure pile of iron dust. It was crushed iron. That will give us nuggets when we smelt it. I don't want the nuggets. I want the ingots. So I crushed those down into the impure piles. I think we have some copper, tin, and gold stuff here. But the point is, this is a tremendous amount of resources right here. Once we smelt all of this down, if you're looking at this, that is a cassiterite sand. That's over 2,000 tin right there. This is over 1,000 iron. This is pyrite, so that's another 700 iron. We've got some other stuff in here. This is chalcopyrite, so that's almost 2,000 more copper plus the other bit of copper, so we've definitely got 2,000 copper. And, yeah, yellow limonite, that's another 1,000 iron. Magonite, almost 700 more iron there. So basically, yeah, I mean, we've got thousands of all the ingots in that chest once we smelt it all down. So this is a lot of resources, hopefully. So, what I'm planning to do today is we're going to actually put the oven down here in the underside of the base, and the reason I'm doing that is I just think it's going to be a better use of space down here. I just want to kind of use this area for maybe even a little more than pipes. Now, eventually, long-term, I'm thinking of expanding this way deeper, actually, into more of a proper basement area. So that's something I'm kind of planning to do, but we're going to put the oven stuff down here, and we're going to have we'll have a system for feeding stuff from here into the oven, and we'll have an output, obviously, where the ingots will come out. So that's the plan for today. I've also been doing a couple of other things as well, so let's go and take a quick peek at that as well. There's someone above us, isn't there? I saw someone on the map just now. Maybe there was an Enderman and teleported away. Alright, well, I've also set up something else, something really important, and as you can see, I have set up some brand new farms. So I want to quickly show you these as well. The biggest one, and the most important of which, is our stickweed farm. So look at this. We now have a complete farm of stickweed. This is as much as I can get into one kind of water block area. And this is a massive amount of stickweed. Every time I harvest it, I get a little more than a stack of sticky resin, which I immediately throw into the extractor to get some raw rubber dust. I've been actually building up our rubber supplies a bit. So we have one plot here for that, and then we have a couple other plots. This one is an empty one. I haven't quite decided what I want to grow in here yet. I was thinking maybe cotton, but I have a whole barrel full of cotton right now. I really don't need more cotton. So if you've got any suggestions, let me know. But over here, we've got a couple of interesting things here. Over here, we are growing glow flowers, which I'm using to get some glowstone. And that reason for that is, if you notice here, I've got something here. This is a colored glowstone green frequency strip, which is from the Forge microblock. So it's basically like these, except it's the green glowstone. So I cut the green glowstone we had. And I got some of these strips. I thought it looked nice. I thought it fit well with the grass around here. So this lights up the whole area without any torches. And I need more glowstone so that I can start doing that in other areas of the outside. Hence why I have an entire plot now of glow flowers, which we can extract to get some glowstone. Now, this is an interesting one. So, what I've got here is we've got an entire plot now of tomatoes. And you're probably wondering why on earth I would need all of these tomatoes. Well, I discovered something very interesting when I was looking through the quest book. So, first of all, I noticed that we had a ton of tomatoes in this area right here. We have 369 tomatoes right now. So, what I discovered was, if we come into the quest book and come all the way down here to reward area, there's a very interesting quest here called Chef Training. And basically what you can do is, if you give a stack of any of these things right here, and tomatoes is one of them, hence why I'm growing tomatoes, you will get 1 loot bag for fast food. Now, why on earth do I need fast food? We've already made all the foods. I've got all the hearts I want. Well, I discovered if you turn this quest in first of all, you can take this and this instantly resets itself. We can just do it again and again. So I've done it once there. I can just do another one. Submit that. Here's another one. So I've already got 1 loot bag from that. Now we have 3 of them. And what we can do is, with these 3 loot bags here, I can come to this quest called Fast Food Slow Food Loot Bag Trade, where we trade 3 fast food loot bags, and we get a slow food loot bag. Now, why would I want to do this? Well, if we go to this quest, we get the next one, which is slow food, to the next one right there, and that one unlocks another one. If we take a look at the view, we can turn in 6 of these. Now, it says 6 of these in the quest, but once we get to LV, actually, I believe I saw we can put 3 of these inside an assembler, and we get this one as well. So we actually only need 3. We can just use an assembler. We don't have to do the quest. But the reason I'm doing this is because if we actually get this one here, loot bag dessert, and we look at the uses for it, there's only one thing that you get out of this, and that is this marshmallow, which is something we have not eaten yet. But look at the amount of food you get out of that, which means that would, I would assume, count towards the hearts we have. And this must be some sort of a superfood. But the weird thing about this is, if I actually look this marshmallow up, if I type in not yet eaten even, it doesn't even pop up here. So, I don't know what this item is, but it's some sort of pretty powerful food item. And basically, if I turn in all these tomatoes, eventually I should be able to work my way up to gain this loot bag. I can get this, I can eat it, and I should get another heart. Maybe I'll get 2 hearts from that. I don't know how much food that is. That's a lot of hunger chunks right there. So, yeah, that's quite a good food, but it doesn't show up in the NEI for some reason. If I click on it, I can see it, but we can even make it like that. But, yeah, something really interesting I discovered. So, that's why I am growing those tomatoes, so that I can eventually work my way up to getting that quest turned in. So, that's something I want to do. I want to get that marshmallow so that I can eat that for more hearts. So, that's something I've been doing on the side. But let's get into the main thing for today, which is to get this steam oven. Now, we need to get 8 of these blocks. We get 4 per craft, so we just need to do this 2 times, but they are quite a bit involved. We also need high-pressure steam furnaces, and, well, I really probably won't need to use this one anymore, but I don't want to ruin the symmetry of this area, so we're probably just going to make 2 from scratch. So, let's start by making that first. Let's clear this off here, and let's go ahead and make more of these. We're going to need to actually make the furnaces. Let's go to sleep as well before we start. And then we'll get into making the actual steam oven, because I'm quite excited about this. This should allow us to get a ton of ores. So, what we need is that. We need that first. I need a bunch of stuff for that. We even have the bronze ready. We might need more bronze. No, I've got plenty of bronze prepared. Let's see. We need to make the brick bronze hole. We haven't had to make those in a while. We need 2 of those. Then we need to get... Oh, we need pipes, though. Oh, that's easy to do. In fact, let me actually pull that up. That'll make it faster. I don't know how many we need. I think that should be enough. That should be enough there. And we need furnaces, which I should have. Nope, that's a dispenser. Furnaces we have actually to make. We have to make those. We can do that like that. Perfect. And now we can make 2 of these. Why can't I make more than... Oh, we need more of those pipes again. That should be enough. Now we can make 2 of these. So 2 normal steam furnaces, then we have to upgrade it to high pressure, and I need wrought iron pipes. I do have some of those available. Let's see if that's enough. There we go. 2 high pressure steam furnaces again. And now we just need to get 8 of each of these. So let's do steel firebox casing. What are we missing? We need more steel rods. That's not a big deal. Let's just make a stack. Why not? We're going to go through these anyways at some point. Alright, so there's a stack of steel rods. And we need frame boxes. Wait, we get 2 of them actually, so that's fine. 2 of... Well, what do we need for the... How many of these do we need? What am I making here? Oh, we need 8 of those, don't we? Okay, so we need way more frame boxes, my bad. There we go, perfect. Alright, so we got those, and now we need to make this high-pressure boiler tank, which I don't think we've made this before. Ooh, steel casing and steel screws, and we need 8 of these, so we need a certain amount of steel casings. Let's see, I think we need, like, a couple of screws, let's see. Alright, we got some here, I think we need a few more. Well, we don't need to do that, we've got the rods. Well, we did have the rods, I just realized. We went through them, didn't we? Alright, let's make another 32 rods then. Did that really make that many? Did we really go through that many rods to make these? I guess we did. Where is my file? Alright, we got those, and I'm not going to turn all of these into screws. Go with 16 for now, that should do fine. Alright, so we've got that, and then we need, I think it was, let's see here. What else do we need? We need the steel casing, so that is 1 plate. Alright. We just need, how many of these do we need? 6, and then we have to do, we need, I think, that's a lot. That's like 48, isn't it? If I'm doing my math correctly, which I may be wrong, I think we need 48 of those casings. Alright, and then we put all of that in here. Looks like we are doing this correctly. And what else do we need? Hammer in the middle. Alright, we got that done, and that should be everything we need. Perfect, 8 of these. Alright, well, a little bit of crafting involved there, but we got there. We got the quest knocked out. Let's take a look at that quickly. Let's turn that off. So we got smelt all the things. So smelting up to 9 items at once sounds nice. With a bit of steel, you can make a railcraft steam oven, 2x2x2 structure. Hint, all furnace recipes work just fine, but you cannot use it to make charcoal from wood. And we get 2 steam age loot bags. Not bad. Put those in there for now. Put the coins in there. Alright, let's put those bronze plates up here as well. We don't need those. And I think we will need a few pipes. Bronze, I think, will do. Alright. And actually, we need a couple other things as well. I think we're going to want some chests. Well, I'll take a chest for now. And I think we'll need some hoppers to move things around. And maybe some pipes. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I'll take a couple of pipes. Actually, I have some large pipes on me, so let's do that. Alright, so let's head down there and construct this thing. It's not complicated at all. And let's just make sure we have the chunks sorted out here. Perfect. Alright, so what I think we'll do is, let's just put it right here. So we just have to do it like this. There we go, and it has now formed. And now we need to fill it up with steam, which is just a matter of connecting up these pipes. Yeah, this should work just fine. We just need 1 pipe even. You know what? That looked a little weird. If we just need one pipe, let's just go for steel at that point. I think we have some steel pipes. Let's see. Nope, we have exactly one perfect amount. Alright, so let's connect that up with a steel pipe then, just to be safe. You know, there's no point in just putting one bronze pipe there. That just doesn't look right. Alright, so now we should be able to see this filling in. Yep, it's now full of steam, and now what we should be able to do is we should just be able to start working on this already. What I think would be better to do, all of this stuff in here is actually stuff we're going to be immediately smelting. So, I think the best thing to do is get the dolly and just hook it up to this. Should start running. Does fill up slowly though, but it does 9 items at once. See how long it takes. See, it's filling in. It should be 9 items all at once. Yep, there we go. So we got 9 copper, and it is going to fill up slowly, but we'll get there. I wonder if I could help it out a bit. Just to get it kind of jump-started a little bit. Oh, we did something there. That works. Yeah, it smelts a lot of stuff at once. Look at this. Oh, why are we getting copper now? Oh, I didn't know there was crushed copper in here. Oh, I didn't process that. Alright, let me get all of that out. Stop that right now. Yeah, and this thing just keeps on going. Alright, I'll take those copper nuggets out. I'm glad I caught that before we ended up getting a whole bunch of copper nuggets. Yeah, a lot of good stuff in there. So what I'll probably end up doing is I'll just put another gold chest here. We'll keep a gold chest for this, and I can just kind of move everything in and out. That'd be the best way to do it. Let's go ahead and put these into the forge hammer, because, yeah, I'm glad I realized that. I thought I processed all that, but I guess I missed the copper. Simple enough to just throw it in there, though. Throw those copper nuggets over here for now. I don't really care too much about them. Alright, and let's go back in there, and now we'll set up the output area for this. Forge hammer is really loud, though, isn't it? When it's running on those crush doors, it does make a lot of noise. So what we need to do now is probably just do something like this. I'm gonna need another chest as well. And I need probably a gold chest even. But all we need to simply do is let's do it like this, because I think we need to direct the way the hopper will go. So I'll put a pipe here. Direct you like that. Connect it all up. And then we just need a chest, and we'll probably need to go ahead then and upgrade. Probably need to upgrade that to gold right away, because that's going to fill up quickly, I think. So we could have even have it come up here, possibly. That was another thought I had, but yeah, I think it's fine down there. If I just come down there and bring everything up, it won't be too hard. It's not like we're going to have this many ores at once all the time. This is just a culmination of a bunch of mining trips. So we need to get some upgrades here. So I'm going to need some gold, actually. Because I need to get a couple of gold plates to make that gold chest upgrade. And we need to go ahead and upgrade the wooden chest to iron first as well, obviously. I'm missing those. I'm missing iron plates as well. Alright, well, that's alright. Might need to make a bit of iron. I'm pretty low on iron right now, but obviously we're about to get a whole bunch more of this stuff. 30 will be fine. How's everyone in here doing? Ah, yeah, I forgot. When you do the crush doors, it does end up overloading the hoppers because of the speed. It can't keep up. The plates, it's fine, but it ends up overloading all of this stuff in here. Let's throw these into this chest now that these are ready to actually be processed properly. Yep, you're working. Looks like we got all of that. Alright, we got all of that ready. Alright, that should be good. 4 of these. I think we also needed 2 more screws, it said. I have some of these, actually. We don't need that. And file. Oh no, I have already filed those down. Cut them. And then we'll file you. Like that. do that one. Wood to iron, and then we need to go to the iron to gold chest. I suppose I could have just made a golden chest as opposed to doing this. Yeah, I mean, that would... Well, it's more gold to do it that way, actually. And gold isn't as easy to get as you think it is. It's one of the harder ones to get. Anyways, we have almost everything we need. We just need 2 more gold. Is that screws, I think it said. There we go, that will work. And let's just throw everyone else in here. And let's also make this. And then go to sleep. Alright, so now we have these ready to go, and we should also grab a chest, I think, as well. And we'll just upgrade that chest straight up, and we should be in business. You can hear this thing continuing to run. It's filling up that hopper quite a bit, and we'll put that there. Iron, gold, and I'm just going to help you out a little bit here just to speed this up, but as you can see, we are quickly starting to fill up this thing with ores now. No, I didn't actually test if this thing auto-outputs, but I doubt it does. The other one didn't either, so I doubt it does. Again, we can't really automatically output things except with hoppers until we get to LV, when I think we get things like conveyor modules and stuff. Now, we do actually have one. I've been using it in the windmill, which I probably don't need to use it in there. But, I mean, we could use it, but we only have the one. I think we got that from a loot games a long time ago. But anyways, yeah, this works. We're getting iron, tin, copper, gold. This thing's filled up with a whole bunch of stuff. And yeah, it's got a long way to go. It still has to go through all of that. It's got to go through all of this. I probably need to upgrade this chest now to gold as well. Ooh, let me throw this copper in as well, since we still have to process that. And yeah, quite happy with how that's turned out. I'll turn the chunks off now. And yeah, I'd say that was a pretty successful mission. We're going to start getting a lot of ores out of this soon. In fact, I need a lot of iron already. We're really short on iron, as you probably noticed. Let's give ourselves a little bit more iron. I need it for the blast furnaces, too. That's where most of my iron goes. Yep, these things are working quite well, actually. Yeah, we need a little bit... Oh, we actually empty on iron. Looks like they're on their last load right now. So we've got some steel in there. Dark ashes, which I put into the barrel right here. Yeah, that's how things are looking. We're definitely going to get a lot of resources. These drawers are going to fill up quick. I'm probably going to need to upgrade them, in fact. And we're talking thousands. At least tin, iron, copper. We're going to have, I think, at least 2,000 of each of these now. Steel is obviously building on its own. I'll probably turn some of the tin and copper into more bronze. Rubber's starting to slowly build up. Yeah, we're looking good. Ore situation, I'm not too concerned right now. We're definitely improving. So, before we end off, let's open up some of these loot bags. We did pick up a couple of them. Looks like we've got 2 normal steam, and then we've got the enchanted one. We'll start with steam. Ooh. We got 1 piece of copper ore. Just the ore. And then we got a squid spawn egg. And we got an iron hammer. Alright, well, not too much there. Let's see what we get. This one will be interesting. Ooh, whoa, what is this? Crop harvester, a fan, and a block of nickel. I don't even think we have nickel, do we? Let's go take a look. That crop harvester, how do you make this? Okay, well, this is not something we can make right now. At all. MV. Interesting. Okay, this could be an interesting discovery here, though I'm not sure if we can power this yet. Alright, this could be a really interesting find we just got. The fan's interesting, too. I wonder how that is. Just a little nice-looking fan. Bet you can power with redstone, maybe, and it'll actually activate. Do we have any nickel, actually? Oh, we do have some nickel. Well, this is a block of nickel, I suppose. Well, I'll put it in there for now. Anyways, though, yeah, I think that's where we're going to leave it. This crop harvester loot bag item we just got's kind of interesting. Let me know what you think about that. We might be able to use that in the future here soon. It doesn't look like we can make this right now, like for a long time. Now, we're talking MV stuff here, so yeah, that's an interesting find right there. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to leave this episode. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.